Late in 1976, my father joined the Society for Psychical Research in Kensington. They asked him to investigate happenings at a house in Enfield in Middlesex in North London. And he leapt at the opportunity, and he had his first introduction to the inexplicable world of the paranormal.
Maurice Gross had been there for nearly a week before I turned up.
Maurice Gross?
Yes.
Guy Playfair, how do you do? I'm a colleague of yours at the SPR.
And I knew him well enough to trust his judgment completely. He was not easy to fool.
It's impossible for two children of that age to fool so many people for such an extensive period of time.
People think they've got ghosts or poltergeists or whatever, and it's not generally too difficult to find out what's really happening. Usually plumbing or else the beams, timber frames in old houses. Enfield was very different because the atmosphere in that house was of absolute total fear, panic, mystification, and you can't fake that, and why would you?
What are you doing? Making contact with the poltergeist.
Join us if you like.
One day he famously played this tape to me, and it was quite extraordinary. My father's voice was as follows. If you're so clever, addressing the entity, then you can say my name. So, nothing. Go on, say my name. My name's Maurice Gross. Nothing. Go on, say my name. Maurice. Say my full name. Maurice Gross. That voice was not natural. It came from nowhere. All kinds of people who came along to that house experienced something or another.
One night, so much stuff flung around in the bedroom, I just marched in and said, right, I'm going to clear the room completely of everything except you. Just after I'd done that, the old gas fire, very solid Victorian built-in gas fire, comes out of the wall, and it bends the quarter-inch brass pipe. It's not something your average 12-year-old girl can do.
So as the postman or the lollipop lady saw Janet floating around the room with whole loads of objects as well. She signed a statement to that effect.
Just about every piece of equipment we had didn't work at some stage or other. Nikon cameras, or sometimes appear to be recording a tape which comes out completely blank. The Pi infrared camera, which behaved in an extremely strange way. Graham Morris, the photographer, had never had all his flash guns discharged right after he charged them up, which I don't know how that could be done normally.
The policeman who was actually, I think it was a policewoman, who witnessed an item of furniture moving across the room. She wrote a statement, but thereafter refused to speak about it. I never went back to the house, and I don't think I've ever experienced anything paranormal since. But I don't have a fear of the paranormal. All that I've learnt from the experience is to be open-minded.
How many poltergeists have you actually dealt with?
None.
Considering certain presences and unusual behaviour in their house.
Are the